This is a review of a Cambridge Concord Reference Edition Bible in the King James. They only do this in the King James. And this one is a marble mahogany calfskin leather edge lined red letter Bible. And here she is here. It has a really nice cover on it. It's a like I said, it's a calfskin. It's mahogany. You can actually see how it's got different shades in there on the cover. It is tool edged around this tool edged and also sewn. So you have calfskin on the cover and also in the liner, which I think is a good idea because I'm not a fan of the Cambridge goatskin, the fake cover inside, because eventually that stuff will actually deteriorate. I think I have seen a few Bibles where it actually has deteriorated, the fake stuff inside. These ones are actually put out by evangelical.com in the US. They do a nice job, reasonably nice job on the cover. You've got the Cambridge and the coat of arms as well. You've got the raised hubs. It is a red letter Holy Bible. The ribbons are a little bit upgraded. You've got 3 different colours, or 2 different colours actually. You've got 2 different colours, so you've got 3 ribbons. They're not very long. Not very long at all. So they're just to the corner here, as you can see, just to the corner. But they do the job, and they're not the cheap, nasty ones like Cambridge normally does. So, but they could have been a bit longer. I mean, you know, they're ribbons, please. So, as you can see, it is ledge lined. You do have the nice salmon colour on the edges. And you have the normal stuff in the beginning. You have the presentation page, which I'm not going to show because the person's name's actually written on there. You have family records. They haven't filled these ones out yet. Grandchildren, marriage, and deaths, as usual, will be in black. And here we have the page. Here is your Concord, bold figure, cross references, self-pronouncing marks. Now, it's got a really nice print to it. It is a 9, I think it's about a 9.5 font. It is quite nice and crisp and clean. But Cambridge, as usual, have done the same thing. Their printing is not consistent. You would think with something this expensive, we're going to John's, and I think it was John 10 I found it, that their printing was a little bit different. I mean, they do some of the nicest red, but this page is a little bit on the dodgy side. You might be able to see it's a bit clearer in the video, but I tell you, it's not clear when I'm looking at it with my own eye. And there's the difference in the print. There is a massive big difference. But here in Australia, if you bought this Bible, compared this price of this one to the price of the normal Concord Cambridge with the goatskin cover and imitation liner, they work out about the same price. So it all depends what you want. If you want the goatskin or if you want the calfskin, this one here. But the printing is the same, and it's the same. You'll find I've got a calfskin one. You'll find it's the same thing inside them as well. Their printing is just not consistent, especially for the price. But they do a nice red letter, I will say that. I think Cambridge is one of the nicest red letter. I do like this font. I think this paper is a 28 GSM paper. It's not a bad paper. I mean, this thing is reasonably lined. It's lined match to a certain degree, and yeah, you don't notice the ghosting underneath it. Same with this. I did find a spot in here as well where it was a little bit, yeah, here we go. See how the Bible dictionary, it is a lot It is different, the printing. I just wish they'd be a little bit more consistent with their printing. That's all. You've got your Cambridge maps as usual. They're quite nice. And you've only got a few pages. I think you've got 1, 2, 3 pages to write on in the back, so you don't have it. Why don't they put a couple of extra pages in the back for notes? I mean, yeah, I'd like to see that. I'd like to see all of them do that. All Bibles you buy with a few extra pages at the back. I mean, she's quite nice. It does match up. I don't actually have a hand size, the personal size Concord, but I do have the TBS, and I use this one a fair bit. And as you can see, I've got it sticky taped. I've got it taped together because it broke there. But if I go to that page, 556, it's the next page. This is a TBS classic. You will find these pages. I'm trying to unglue them. Don't ask. Yeah, they do match up. See, they're exactly the same. And also you'll find the same with the wide margin, and I'll do the same here. I've got a wide margin right next to me as well, and I'll move that over in shot as soon as I find the page. They do the same. So they all match up. See, so you'll find them, they all match up. All 3 of them. So this is a calfskin one. I did the red myself. But yeah, they all match up, as you can see. As you can see here. Chapter 2, Chapter 2, and Chapter 2. So you've got a a reasonable pocket size, hand size one to take with you. You've got a bigger one to take to church with you in the Concord. And then you have the wide margin for your notes. So if you're just looking for one text, and you want to memorize that one text, you've got all 3 of these together. And all 3 different sizes. You can't go wrong with that in your library for your books. And they're all the 3, all the same. Yeah, but Cambridge do make a personal hand size one. Like I said, I don't have one, but the TBS has the cheaper one. And it does the same thing, and it has beautiful print in this one. And I did the same thing. I edge lined it. It is gold. And this one here, as you can see, the gold is quite nice. It does have a full yap on this. That's quite a good idea. It does have, see, it has a full yap. It is a full yap. They do actually touch. I don't think this thing's really worn in a lot yet. They haven't really read it that much. You've got a semi-full yap, semi-yap, and a yap at the back. So yeah, it is quite nice. You know, it matches you with your wide margin. It's nearly the same size if you take the gap into account on this Bible. It's just a little bit overhang here. Oh, and a massive big difference here. The difference here would be about 2 inches on size. But she's a nice Bible. And like I said, I just wish Cambridge would fix their printing inconsistency. But other than that, it's quite a beautiful Bible. And like I said, it all depends what kind of cover you want. If you want goat skin with the imitation inside, or the leather with the leather inside, and a full yap this has. I do notice these corners. They've actually cut these corners, which is a shame. They don't fold them over properly, they are just cut. So they might lift up a little bit, these corners a little bit, but if they do, you just put a little bit of glue underneath them and they'll just stick straight back down, just a PVC glue. Archival ink glue, and you will find that'll be fine. And you can just buy that on any craft shop or any or Amazon. But yeah, they all cut. Sorry about it being dark. I wonder if I turn this on, if it's any better for you. But yeah, you can see they are cut. But yeah, it is a nice cover, and I think it will come nice and soft with a bit more use. Like I said, they haven't had this that long. You can see the calfskin. And if any of this sort of comes up, just put a bit of glue underneath it. See, it's a bit cut, but they're not too bad. You got your tooling. So yeah, so you've got your complete package if you have the Concord, for the Concord. So you have your wide margin Concord, you have your mid-size one. I would say that's mid-size because it's like a 9. It's a good size print. And then you have your compact one that you can take everywhere and stick in a bag, and that's what I do with this one. I take this one everywhere with me. It's in this case I got made, and like I said, the TBS has a really better print, I think, than actually your Concord one from Cambridge. This one's this one's really consistent. Takes ink and marking quite well too. But yeah, so there's my review on the marbled mahogany calfskin leather edge-lined KJV Bible from Cambridge. And the Cambridge prints the block, and then Evangelical, whatever they call themselves, they actually put the binding together, and you can find them on the, I don't know if I have a card here, unless there's a card in the box. I'll have a look. Oh, there is. Oh, we've got some goodies in the box too. I won't show you the receipt, but we got, yeah, that's where they got it from. Right there. And you get edge-lined Bibles by Cambridge. It's handmade in traditional edge-line style and crafted. That's just a bit about the Bible itself. And you have this as well. And this is your lifetime warranty with it. And lifetime warranty doesn't mean from now until 100 years time. Pretty much means whatever they consider a lifetime warranty, which could be limited. Yeah, it could be, it's good for like 3 or 4 months or 12 months or 2 years. So I think if the binding, the stitching or that comes undone, I think they'd replace it or fix it or whatever, but yeah. Yep. So there's my review. I hope you enjoyed it. And that's where you can get it from. Alright. Thanks for watching. Bye. God bless.